this
We are
close.
this close.
To direct models.
This close to making history.
Of on 120.
We are this close.
We are this
We're
close.
this close.
This close to changing the world. We are this close
Sogikainacha.
to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
We are this close to ending polio.
We are this close to ending polio.
Because we are this close to ending polio.
We are this close to ending polio.
We are this close to ending polio.
This close.
All we need is you.
If you.
It's you.
Is you.
We are this close. This close.
Be a part of history at rotary.org/endpolio.
back, everybody. Welcome back to the Top of the Morning Show. I'm Jerry Getka, and I'm sitting here with our guest today, Jeanette Baer. Jeanette, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about why you're here.
Well, I'm here as representing the Potomac Valley Dressage Association, and to tell you about the Ride for Life, which is a fundraising event that we have each year. This is our 8th year, and the money goes to the Johns Hopkins Avon Foundation Breast Center to provide for some opportunities that might not normally get covered through the research grants that exist at Johns Hopkins.
Yeah, this is an upcoming event? When?
Yes, it will be June 25th and 26th,
okay,
with an evening event of the Dancing Horse Challenge, which is
Do we get to dance with the horses, or do they dance with each other?
They dance with each other, but
Okay.
we will be having dancing at the end of the event for those who would like to go into the dressage arena and dance.
We have the dates. How about the location?
Location is the Prince George's Equestrian Center.
Okay. And where exactly is that for people who may
That is in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and it is an indoor as well as outdoor arena space, so it is not weather dependent, and it can seat 3,000 guests for the Dancing Horse Challenge.
How, you say Dancing Horse Challenge. I'm not a horse person. How will I be? I mean, I can imagine lots of horse people coming to this because they understand what dressage is. How about for the general public?
For the general public, it'll be actually quite exciting. As we've done this in the past, because they truly see horses dance and do very unique exhibitions. You have horses that will be moving free and following commands of an individual sitting on the ground, and they will leap, they will kick balls, they will do amazing amounts of exhibitions.
When I think of dressage, I have to go back to, it was an old Disney movie about the horses from the Lipper something stallions. Lip-Sonner stallions. And is this the sort of thing that you're doing at this event? Those
Absolutely, you will see those type of.
They did some incredible movements.
Unbelievable.
Now, are there people in Maryland that train horses to do this sort of thing?
Yes, it's actually a fairly large community that does dressage here, and we do have a lot of dressage shows regularly, and this is just one of them.
What does dressage actually mean?
Dressage means training, and it is the height of training a horse to utilize its physical capabilities toward the best use, and actually, if you work dressage well, they look like they are dancing.
And our best use in this point is to actually show you, so we've got a clip, and we're going to show you what we're talking about.
Dressage means training. Ancient cultures perfected it. Xenophon wrote the ultimate treatise on it in 350 BC. The Spanish writing school of Vienna has preserved it. This rich history of dedication, discipline, compassion, and communication has carried us through the millennia. From its humble beginnings in antiquity to the international and Olympic venues of today, dressage has been elevated to an art form. Seeing the power, strength, and majesty of these finely tuned athletes is a tangible connection to our own history.
I had no idea that was even possible, some of those things. It's incredible to watch the horses, and they're trained to do these sorts of things.
Absolutely. It's a long, involved training process, and it's very exciting to be involved in it, and then certainly to see all the things that we can do in the form that we are right now with bringing it to the community.
Just so we don't get too long and involved, we're going to take a short break right here, and we'll be right back.
Of Lion.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Jerry Getka, and we're here for our discussion on the Top of the Morning Show about dressage and an event coming up to benefit the Johns Hopkins Breast Cancer?
Avon Foundation Breast Center.
Breast Center. Now, just before the break, we were talking about the training and how long and involved it is. How long does it actually, we're talking weeks, years, months, decades?
Talking years. To bring a horse along to the full level of dressage, which is to a level called Grand Prix, it takes easily 8 to 10 years or more of training the horse and training the individual to be able to train the horse that effectively.
Now the term dressage, and you just mentioned Grand Prix, they sound French to me. Is that the origin of dressage?
Absolutely. It's very European in its origin, and the words dressage and Grand Prix are indeed French words.
Now is this a big type of an event, a big community of people in the United States and in Maryland specifically that do this sort of thing?
Very large community across the U.S. and internationally. In fact, it started internationally and then it grew here in the United States. And Maryland, being a large producer of horses, is one of the largest areas across the country for dressage.
It has to be an effort of love.
Absolutely, it's a passion.
Now you and your husband own a farm.
Yes, we do.
Where you train these horses yourselves? Or?
Absolutely, we breed them, break them, train them ourselves, and bring them along through the levels of dressage.
Now, is this an Olympic event of some kind? I mean,
absolutely.
Really?
And at the Dancing Horse Challenge, for example, some of those that will be competing there will be Olympic riders.
Oh, so this goes forward to a national event and then an international event as well?
Exactly.
Wow. And is this something that's done on a regular basis each year?
This is the 8th year that we have had this Ride for Life. And it was actually born from an individual who is a dressage rider, who is a breast cancer survivor. Okay. And she wanted to take her passion for horses and the healing power that so many of us find emotionally as well as physically from working with the horses and do something good for it. And that was how the Ride for Life was born. And I'm sure you found a willing partner with Hopkins. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they saw the value and the benefit and the uniqueness of it. I don't think I can put anything on top of that, so we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
The Ride for Life has grown exponentially. It is now a 2-day record.
Hey everybody, I'm Jerry Gedka. We're talking to Jeanette Baer about dressage. Now, the event that you have coming up, are there sponsors involved? I mean, the arena itself, are they one of the sponsors?
The arena does actually provide some level of sponsorship in the form of giving us some of the facility for free to be able to obviously keep costs down. We also, some of our major sponsor are Nutrina, which is a major feed company that provides horse feed and pet feed in general. Land Rover has been a major sponsor because obviously their vehicles fit very well with this.
Go buy Land Rover.
People. Exactly.
That way you can use it to catch your horses that are running around.
And we have a huge outfit, Dover Saddlery, which is all across the country, but they have a large facility up in Hunt Valley, and they are absolutely a total major sponsor for us and provide a lot of support funding to bring in some of these acts that you'll see in the Dancing Horse Challenge, and also some prizes that we can give out that again encourage some of the best people, the top people like the Olympians to come.
So if I come, I can win a prize? Or only the competitors?
Only the, well, no, we
I
actually...
can dance.
Well, there you go. I think that probably there's a possibility there.
Thank you very much. I'm glad we got a chance to discuss this. We're going to take another short break and we'll be right back.
For more information on this year's event, please visit www.pvdarideforlife.org. The Ride for Life and the Dancing Horse Challenge are proudly sponsored by Dover Saddlery, Land Rover, and Nutrina.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jerry Gedka again, and we're talking to Jeanette Baer about dressage and a specific event that you're holding. And again, remind us of the dates and the location. And
the event will be June 25th and 26th at the Prince George's Equestrian Center. You can go to www.pvdarideforlife.org to get additional information.
We'll put that at the bottom of the screen for everybody.
I can also be contacted, Jeanette Baer, at 443-691-0390 for more information. And we sure hope that all of the audience that is looking at this will attend and come to the Dancing Horse Challenge the evening of June 25th.
Every time you say Dancing Horse Challenge, it just brings so many images to my mind. It's just, you have to come see it. That's all there is to it. Thanks for being our guest, Jeanette.
My pleasure.
I hope everybody comes and watches the Dancing Horses and enjoys your event and has a good time. And you show people who have not been involved in horses to this point how incredibly athletic and fun this type of thing can be. And it's for a great event. The event again is to fund
the Johns Hopkins Avon Foundation Breast Center.
great place to go. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. That was pretty good. Thank you. Back, everybody. This is Jerry Getkin. We're here for the Top of the Morning show, right at the top of the World building, the beautiful Top of the World building in downtown Baltimore. The view is fantastic. You'll love it. It's absolutely great. I'm here today with our guest, Helen Mrose, correct?
That's correct.
I hardly ever get names right.
You got it right.
All right. Now, tell everybody why you're here, what you're here to talk about.
I'm here to talk about breast imaging. I am a radiologist, and I specialize in breast imaging, meaning mammography, ultrasound, and procedures.
Do you actually use the equipment itself, or it's an X-ray type equipment, correct?
It's X-ray and ultrasound. And
right.
Yes, I am unusual in that I actually do sometimes do mammograms myself.
So you're the tech side as well as the...
Sometimes.
Okay.
I actually train the technologists myself.
Oh.
I've been involved with this for over 20 years. So I do occasionally take mammograms, but usually the technologist does that. I do perform the breast ultrasound myself, though.
And all of that is in the Maryland area at this point, or?
I do this in Savannah Park.
Okay.
At my own place called Bay Radiology.
Bay Radiology.
Yeah.
How would somebody get involved in something like that? You say you do a lot of training.
Yes, well, you go to medical school, and then you do a residency in radiology to become a radiologist. That's an additional 5 years minimum after medical school. And during radiology training, you learn to do everything in imaging.
You don't glow in the dark, do you?
Well,
you say everything. What does everything involve?
X-ray,
Okay.
ultrasound, CAT scan, MRI, and all parts of the body. So chest, abdomen, breasts, brains, you name it, all parts. Basically, a radiologist is someone who acts as a consultant to other physicians, because we will help them decide what imaging needs to be done, and then based on the imaging findings, what would be the next step for the patient.
So does a doctor actually send people to you, or do they come to you first and then find the doctor? Or?
In my case, because I specialize in breast imaging, sometimes the patients come most frequently through a doctor, but women can self-refer themselves for mammograms. Yeah.
And they do this for the purpose of?
We are looking for breast cancer.
Okay.
Most of the time. Occasionally a woman will come because she has another symptom, perhaps something that's indicative of infection. But the main reason people do mammography, but certainly screening mammography, the goal of that is to find unsuspected breast cancer.
And find it soon enough.
Find it when it's curable. That is the goal.
Okay. Now, is there a machine that's thick enough to even get through my head? We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
For more information on this year's event, please visit www.pvdarideforlife.org.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jerry Getka here at the top of the morning show, and I'm here with our guest today, Helen Mrose, who is, I'm sorry, I forget the title.
I'm a physician. I'm a radiologist.
You are a physician, and you own your own practice. And during the break, we were talking about it's unusual for a woman to have their own practice in this field.
It's unusual for anyone to start a breast imaging facility.
Oh.
It's for many reasons. First of all, the equipment is very expensive.
Okay, so that's a barrier to entry.
Yes, digital mammography equipment, which is what we do now. Most facilities are going digital as opposed to film. Very expensive. And then we have ultrasound equipment. And we need to run everything with a very sophisticated computer system that does the picture archiving and runs the whole information system. So there's a lot of upfront cost. And then, because screening mammography is screening is usually not well reimbursed by insurance companies. So mammography has never been a money-making endeavor. In fact, it's been called a loss leader. Hospitals or radiology departments will provide mammography as part of full-service imaging, but it doesn't usually make money or barely makes money.
So if it doesn't make money, why did you get involved in it in the first place?
That's a great question. I became a mammographer. I actually did specialized training. I was trained at Mass General, and one of the world's most famous mammographers named Dan Copans, he was just on the Dr. Oz show on Thursday, was a very inspiring person, and I did a fellowship that included mammography, and then moved down to this area with my husband because of his job, and I was at NIH, and I was absolutely shocked to see the poor quality of mammography and poor quality of interpretation coming in from across the country. Women would say, oh, my breast cancer didn't show up on my mammogram. And I would look at the mammograms, and sometimes it had been perfectly obvious for years. Or sometimes the quality was suboptimal, so to the point that the cancer wouldn't have shown up. So I became really almost militant about the need for improving quality. I've become somewhat of an expert on the physics and radiation matters and how to do a mammogram and how to do it better with lower radiation.
Now, I know that the equipment itself is highly regulated and certified and all of those sorts of things by the Department of the Environment and other agencies, but the service that you provide, is that not regulated as well? I mean, you talk about poor quality of these things. How is that possible if it is regulated highly?
Well, regulation has helped improve the general quality. When I moved down here and saw this at NIH, that was 20 years ago. So things have improved, but still, mammography is an art. It's difficult to do it well. You're trying to pull people of different sizes and shape and thickness into a machine, and using the machine intelligently takes...
That sounds very interesting, and we're going to get more into that in just a moment. We're going to take another break. We'll be right back.
For Pat and many others, the Ride for Life is a way of uniting a love of horses and their commitment to fighting breast cancer.
Far exceeds what I ever did anticipate such an event would be able to do. And now we're several years into doing this event called Ride for Life, which I think is the perfect name. Ride for Life could not be named any better than that.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jerry Getka. Helen Mrose, our radiologist, physician. Is there anything we missed? I know this is something you truly care about. And one of the things we discussed again during the break was the fact, the art of taking the x-ray. And tell us a little bit about how the errors or the misses can be averted.
That's a great question, because on the order of about 50% of breast cancers are missed on mammograms. And there are a number of reasons for that.